With Season 1 of XDefiant, we got introduced to another 200 levels for weaponry, taking our initial max of 100 levels on weapons to firstly 200 levels, then eventually to where we are with 400 levels. Now, while the overall process of leveling your weapons has increased to make it fundamentally faster, let's say you want to get titanium Prisma on a weapon, maybe two, maybe all of them. What's the best way to do that in as time-efficient a manner as possible? When and how should you be approaching this overall? Well, today I want to run down some of the tips that I've found and things to consider through ranking a few weapons up since Season 1 began. Today, we're going to be taking a look at how to quickly and efficiently get titanium Prisma on your weapons in XDefiant, because frankly, I love the way this camo looks. Drop your thoughts down below, drop a like if you enjoy the video or you find it at all insightful, subscribe for more XDefiant and FPS coverage, and if you'd like to support the channel a little further, you can support with code ESPRESSO in the XDefiant shop or on battle passes, but only if you want to. Do not ever feel obligated to. But anyways, let's jump into my tips on how to obtain titanium Prisma in XDefiant, and again, a time-efficient manner. So 400 levels is 600,000 weapon XP. That is a lot. So what's the best way and time to approach this grind? First, I think we should set some expectations here. How long will this take, the overall grind? Because this is one of the biggest things. It's gonna take a while. You can't really go in expecting to get this done every single time in an hour, 2 hours or so, but you can maximize your efforts to minimize the amount of time necessary, and maybe from time to time you can end up getting a few weapons done in, again, like 2 to 3-ish hours. The most recent passive grinding that I did for titanium Prisma took me from level 200-ish to 400 in just under 3 hours, but that was with a double weapon XP token active, so twice as much time as without in theory. If you're starting at level 1, well, even more time, probably around like 6-ish hours from 1 to 400 with a token. But you can get that down to, again, roughly an hour and a half for 200 levels or 3-ish hours for 400 levels, but we've got to work our way up to that. And honestly, it's a perfect storm type of situation. But let's talk about the very basics here. Firstly, what should you be playing? A lot of your weapon leveling journey comes down to what you feel comfortable with. And honestly, that's personal preference. I think that things like Escort is a nice mode for players that like to know a bit of the flow of the map and predict play a little better. Like if you die, you know you're going to spawn back at a checkpoint spawn. You won't be flipping behind an enemy team. So while you can rack up kills in a giant tug of war, is that the best option? I wouldn't quite say so. But okay, how about things like Occupy or Hotshot? You've got these objectives you can play where people either funnel towards them, chasing down either that hill or the hotshot. Is that the best option? Well, also no. For whatever reason in XDefiant, objective score like hill time or tag captures doesn't actually appear to work towards your weapon XP yields. It just goes simply to your overall XP yields. So what's the best then? As surprising as it sounds, Team Deathmatch. In a recent video before Season 1 launched, we discussed the almost hidden benefit in weapon XP with Team Deathmatch. The benefit is compounding XP yields. So what I mean by that is that every single kill that you get in Team Deathmatch, if you stay alive, so building towards a streak, every single kill increases that XP yield that you end up getting. So that means that one kill will grant you 100 XP as normal, but your second kill in that life gives you 150 XP, 3 kills, 200, 4, 250, 5, 300, 6, 350, 7, 400. And you see where I'm going with this. But again, that's compounding, meaning that it's not just the total amount you get per kill with that kill total, but it's how much is awarded for that one singular kill in that streak. So by kill 7 with compounding XP, you'll rank up that weapon you're on just for a 7 kill streak. By kill 28, you can get a weapon level every single kill, and again, compounding. So even more so the higher up you get. You might see it in some of the gameplay in this video. There are points where in some of those streaks that I went on and with double XP, I'm not even on too impressive of a streak, and I'll be ranking up a weapon with individual kills and sometimes even just assists. I think if I'm remembering correctly and if I remember to edit in the right clips, they were at the end of my streaks, but point stands. It's still very obtainable because they weren't crazy streaks by any means. Now, what's cool about the streak thing is that this can work with any type of kill. That streak in XP doesn't have to go towards just your weapon, or rather come from just your weapon. So for example, if you want a quick boost, you want to get into a kill streak a little quicker, when I get my ultimate for Echelon, I usually will save that for like the beginning of a new life, unless I'm just going on an absolute tear. But that gives you free wall hacks and a 1 to 2 shot 5.7 pistol. So that means at that point, I should, depending on the map, come back to my weapon after that ultimate, starting at kill 4, 5, or 6, picking up my first 3 to 5 kills with that ultimate. So that means that within a span of like like 10 seconds, I'll boost that XP yield per kill up to a point where I'm already a few hundred XP per kill, which is a really nice way to start a streak, if at all possible. So team deathmatch, absolutely the best way to rank up your weapons. As mentioned before though, I think that TDM is your best option, but mostly if you're a solo player. The objective is simple, of course, it's only kills, but that means that there's a finite number of them before you end up hitting that score or objective limit on kills. It's not like a match of domination, occupy, escort, where kills are essentially unlimited in a set amount of time that you can control based off of how much you play that objective. If you and your squad are all good at the game and can all get tons of kills, you're simply fighting each other and taking away from that total number of kills. I'd say I average around 30 to 35 kills a game solo, but honestly, there are a lot of times where I'll jump into the 40s. I think last night I had a game that was like 47 and we still lost, by the way, so that was always fun. But playing with teammates that are also slayers, I would not come anywhere near that if I end up playing with them. So solo is definitely, I think, the preferred method for that. But again, okay, that's awesome, we know about that, but what if you could double that XP yield by default? Well, isn't that swell? You can with double XP boosters. Now, these can be found in a couple of different areas. Of course, you have things that you have to unfortunately pay into, like the Battle Pass. In some of the original Founders editions, there were a bunch of them added as well. But there also are a couple of other locations you can get them for simply free. The Ubisoft community and weekly challenges is one of those. Just for simply partaking, like this week's community challenge is to get 1 million kills with faction abilities. But then you have individual ones, like again for this week in particular, complete 30 matches, get 10 kills with secondary weapons, win 3 matches of hotshot, and get 75 kills with LMGs. All of these can yield varying amounts of XP boosters, some of them battle pass boosters, some of them weapon boosters, some are different lengths of time for the boosters, but they're available weekly and refresh every week so that you can get a few more for absolutely no charge whatsoever, just simply playing the game. So those are absolutely worth looking into and can help you out big time. Also, if you like to watch Twitch streams or just have a second monitor or something that you can have a stream open, Twitch drops are a big thing with XDefiant, where having a streamer just even tabbed on the other monitor will grant you some rewards, and some of those are XP boosters. But those, again, change on a weekly basis. So check it out like once a week and maybe you can end up getting a booster out of that. But what's beautiful about this doubling is that with the Season 1 update, they actually changed the boosters so they only count down in-game time now, not real time. So that means that if you have a ton of boosters and you don't really want to worry about having to, say, activate one when it runs out, you can actually, in theory, just toss on every single booster and then just have it until it runs out, and you can take days off if you want to in between those play sessions. So double weapon XP boosters are a huge help, but double is great and all, but the truly fastest way you can do that is to use everything that we just mentioned, team deathmatch, going on a streak, and of course then double XP during a double XP weekend, because unlike Call of Duty, it doesn't black out your double XP token usage. You can end up instead stacking your double XP tokens on an already existing double XP weekend. Boosters, while they don't give you with that sort of whole equation 4 times the XP, it is still the fastest by far because you have that base speed 100% XP yield rate, but then that booster gives you another 100%, which gives that, of course, the double with 200%, but the double XP weekend that would be happening in this theory time also would be another 100% on top of that. So 300% in boosts if my math is correct. I don't know, it's been a decade since I took a math class, but you will be breezing through your levels. Like, it's hilarious how fast you can see some of the animations go if you go on a streak just with double XP. Think about that with quad XP, or rather 300%, triple XP. That's going to be even faster, and you can rank up so much in such little time. So while it will normally take you 3 to 6 hours for Titanium Prisma with a double XP token active, with that active during a double XP weekend, going on streaks in Team Deathmatch, that's where you can really do damage, and you'll probably be completing weapons for Titanium Prisma, and again, 1.5 to 3 hours depending on where your start point is. Of course, it's going to be longer if you end up starting at level 1 versus level 200, but it is something that can help you breeze through tremendously. So that is my sort of perfect storm here and how I'd recommend going about Titanium Prisma and getting the new Mastery camos if you're at all interested. But that is where we're going to wrap it up. So let me know your thoughts down below. Is there anything in particular you'd like to add to this list? Have you guys been grinding out Titanium Prisma on anything? Whatever the case, let me know your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it out all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things XDefiant, as well as other FPS content. And again, if you want to support the channel a little further, you can now do so in the XDefiant store with code Espresso on any skins or Battle Pass stuff, you name it. But again, do not ever feel obligated to. It's just the options there. But that said, that's going to call it. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Go get grinding on that titanium Prisma and get some cool looking camos out of it. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.